All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy here on 790 The Ticket. You guys know we love talking fighting on this show, and it's been very exciting, a lot of the fights that have been coming down here, especially ever since the pandemic started. Well, Khabib Nurmagomedov, he has started his promotion. He's now headquartered out of Miami, Eagle FC. And Khabib, smart move by him, getting some big names to be headlining his events, and it's very, very excited to have the Motown phenom in studio, Kevin Lee, joining us here as he is going to be headlining against Diego Sanchez on March 11th, 165 division. Know you've been looking forward to this very much, Kevin. Thank you for joining us, man. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me here.
It's awesome to have you, man. It's awesome to have you. New South Florida resident.
Yep.
I think the last time we spoke about it a little bit, you said you're loving the weather.
Mm-hmm.
What is the what's the strangest thing though thus far you have seen in South Florida? What has been a culture shock to you?
Culture shock so far has been I've seen some strange people out on them streets. You know, it's some people walking around here. People in traffic, just walking through traffic, really not giving a damn, you know, about their own safety or anything. That's a bit of culture shock, but it's cool so far. You know, I'm a little bit crazy myself, so I feel like I'm fitting right in.
I think so. I think you'll adapt here just fine. Has things been going at the new gym? You've been you went over to Sanford. How has the transition been over there?
It's been amazing. The team atmosphere there is really going to elevate me to the next level. I've been kind of lone wolfing it over in Vegas for a while, and you really can't get nowhere without the right team and the right people pushing you. You know, you got people holding you accountable. You got people that's really pushing you to the next level. They got so many guys at my weight and at welterweight. It's kind of woken up that fire a little bit in me again. It's walking up that dog, like that competitive edge. They're younger guys. They got like that fierceness that I had when I first started. So I feel like that's waking me up.
So can you take me through the process that you go through to get you to Eagle FC? Like, you were one of the hottest prospects in UFC. Everybody, like, every interview, people love watching you fight. You had an exciting style. Like, you had star written all over you right away. How does the regrouping phase go for you when you learn you're not with the UFC anymore? Like, what are you going through mentally? And then, like, how do you regroup to get to Eagle FC?
I really took it as an opportunity, a real opportunity to shine now. Now it's not about me being a UFC fighter and just trying to shine in that way and the things that people are supposed to expect. Like you said, so many people had the eyeballs on me as the next big champion, as the next future star, as all this. And not just like fans or anything, like the executives of the UFC would come up to me before my fights and tell me like what I got next and what I got next and what I got next. And honestly, it's a lot of it's pressure, you know, but it shows me what I'm capable of. So now without that backing, it's all on me now. The chip on my shoulder got even bigger, and I know the heights that I could push it to. We gonna start on March 11th, but it's honestly, it's going to build and build and build. My next 4 fights are all going to be here in Miami, and I feel like each fight is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm excited for that. I don't have that chains on me no more. I'm free.
It's it's like, and it's going to be one of these things too. Like, it's such a new promotion. Like, you're the right type of guy. Like, they know that everybody's going to care about what you're saying, what you're doing. Like, this idea that you're moving up to 165, something you've been calling for a long time. How much of a burden is that off of you? Like, do you feel like you're going to be more optimally performed? Like, has the training gone different because you know, like, you got that extra 10 pounds to not worry about it, and you're kind of going to be right in that sweet spot you've always wanted? Yeah,
it's really been something I've been pushing for a long time. Since like 2017, and not just me, but a lot of people. There's a lot of us that are stuck in between these weight classes. You talk about a 15-pound gap between 155 and 170, and you got somebody like me. I'm sitting here at 185 pounds. That's hard to cut 30 pounds off of your body year after year after year after year. I got 30 fights. It's once you get out of like your early 20s, it gets harder and harder on the body. So it becomes a competition between not only the best fighters in the world, but now you're competing against the scale and against your own body. And that just was sucking my performance out of me. These weight classes matter. There's a big reason why they do that in boxing. And I feel like now MMA is finally starting to catch up and starting to take it to the next level.
Is it like what does it mean, the idea that like you're kind of be the pioneer of this, like a guy who you talked about it, but now you're actually kind of like the guinea pig for it?
Yeah, it's a lot of benefits to this. It's a lot of stuff that's gonna come up out of this. I'm making history with this. This is the first 165-pound champion. So when you take, there's the promotion, there's UFC, there's Eagle, there's all this stuff. But the sport as MMA as a whole is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the first 165-pound champion, I'm going to write it in history books. I would have been a great champion at 155, but 65, I feel like this is my chance to write history. So I'm taking that opportunity and running with it.
How much interaction have you had with Khabib? Like, as the idea, he seems like he's really grinding in this promoter thing. I saw him, caged out with Dana White this past week. He says he wants to be the #1 promoter in the world. Like, have you gotten to vibe with him at all? Like, what is Khabib, the fight promoter, like?
Yeah, he's putting in work. I can see it. We have conversations, mostly through text and through things like this. But I'm focused on the fight more than anything. It's nice working with him. It's nice working with somebody who's been in the same shoes other than somebody who's not. But I'm focused on the fight. Like, I'm going to go out there on March 11th and spill Diego's blood in front of everybody. And that's the only thing that really matters to me. So doesn't matter really who the promoter is. He's giving me that opportunity. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put on a show.
How do you prepare for somebody like Diego? He's nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's crazy. But he's a warrior, though. He's a warrior. I don't take that away from him.
But it's like the unorthodox stuff we all see too. Like, he'll whoever's training him or whatnot.
Yep.
Like it's crazy because he's obviously he's a pioneer of the sport, and we all see this as fans, and you're like, wow, like what is he kind of going through here? Like, what is he seeing? But like, do you wonder that as an opponent? Like, I don't know what I'm going to expect, or do you go and think I'm going to expect the best Diego? Like, what is the preparation for that, like, mentally? Or is it mostly just on you? Like, how do you go into this one?
Honestly, at this point in my career, I'm young, but I'm a vet. I've got a lot of fights and against a lot of high-level guys. So I noticed that this is fighting. You don't know what to expect. I'm going to sharpen up the tools. I'm going to keep my defenses sharp and really just sharpen up the blades. And however it comes, I know with Diego, there's going to be blood. Like, regardless, one way or another, he's going to blood. He's going to be bleeding. He's going to keep coming. He's going to keep coming. He's going to keep coming. I'm going to keep hitting him until he falls. So however that comes, if I kick him in the head, if I hit him with a right hand, if I just bust him up with a jab all night, if I want to take him down and beat his face through the mat, one way or another, it's going to be a bloody, drag him, knock him down, great-ass fight, and that's all I'm showing up for.
What does Kevin Lee do to relax outside the cage? What is your escape from training? You got to put so much into this. What do you like to do to relax?
I love music, I was at the Ye concert last night, and there's something about that vibe of just being able to chill and kind of let go and just vibe with everybody else that it just relaxes me. I don't have to do anything. The eyes ain't on me. Even just being at that concert, like, it was, you could hear that heartbeat before he came out, and it's like it gave me them goosebumps, like you getting ready to walk out to a fight.
Gooses.
And I'm looking around and I'm seeing all these people, and we watching the pyrotechnics and the fireworks and all this crazy stuff that he's got. People circling in motorcycles, and I'm sitting there, I'm relaxing, I'm having a good time, right? But at the same time, I realized that if a fight broke out in there, all 5,000 people would stop looking at whatever we looking at, and we looking at that fight. Hands down. Yeah. We looking at the fight. Like, we don't even see Ye no more. The fight is right there. So even when I'm relaxing, I'm still thinking, like, the fight, let's go.
It's tough to get out of it, huh?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to. So
what the hell was going on at this con? So, like, he's got this burning house, right? Like,
yeah.
It looked like there was a moat there. Like, what is the setup here at loanDepot Park? What was going on? Like, how did it set the stage?
Yeah, so there's this house in the middle, surrounded by water, so it kind of looks like it's floating a little bit. He makes you wait 2-3 hours. We get there a little late, but even me getting there late, I still wait like an hour. And he sets the thing on fire. It's literally a bunch of people standing there watching a house set on fire with a dude in the middle, and he's rapping, he's doing his thing. But you notice that everybody there in attendance, like, we all wanted to feel something. Like, you just want to feel something, whatever it is. He does a great job of giving that to you, the inspiration or these visuals and these things to bring you to the next level. But we just wanted to feel something. So I think that's why he set the house on fire. It's very out there a little bit, some of the stuff, but it's cool.
Is he like one of your favorite Kanye West? Because everybody's always got an opinion on like, is he what he used to be? But he's always doing weird stuff. We were talking this morning about like the idea of he's taking his stuff off streaming and he's got some device that he's doing. Like it is something like that where you got to think differently. And obviously he's one of the biggest stars on the planet, so you can take some swings like that. But are you into the whole journey of Kanye and like what like the ups and downs? Or you just like listen to his music and relax and do it?
I'm not gonna lie, I am now. Since about 2019, when he put out Jesus is King, that was the first thing to like get me into gospel music a little bit. So it kind of, I don't know, that one hooked me. And then since then, like you said, there's a bunch of antics, there's a bunch of stuff that he does that's off the wall. But you got to respect, like, the man has a vision. He's always had the vision. Even when other people told him he's crazy, he kept the vision going. And now it is, he is where he is. He's a billionaire. He's doing all these crazy stuff. He's got his family, everything covered. So you can't do nothing but respect that. A man that walked by his own path and don't let nobody stop it. So I take it as inspiration.
I mean, you can relate to that, right? You're a guy who took big swings. 24 years old, going for the damn title. Like that's crazy. That's like a rocket ship to your back, man.
Yeah, and even before that, at 18, starting fighting. Like I was in school to be a doctor. Like, so my mom was like, "What are you doing? You punching people and all this stuff? Like, what are you doing?" But it's just something in me, like, God set me on that path. I gotta go with it. You never know what the future might hold if you just put it all in and see where it's at. Don't be scared.
I want to ask you that title fight. That was around the shooting, wasn't it? Wasn't that like were you guys like the first event there, or it happened that week? Because I remember you. I know all the stories about like your weight cutting, which obviously had to be crazy too. But I couldn't imagine the mental stress that must have been going through that week.
Yeah, that week was crazy. It was 6 days after the shooting. And I was in LA doing the media and everything for the fight. And we were headed back to the airport to fly back to Vegas. And that's when I got the call. And a lot of my friends and stuff were across the street from where the shooting had taken place at the country concert. And I remember the whole week leading up to the fight, there's so much tension in the building. My fight was the headliner of the same arena right across the street where that shooting took place. So it was almost like, man, am I going to be a target? Like, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know how many shooters it was. We didn't know, there was so many different reports of people running through casinos and different shots being let off and all this and the security and everything surrounding it. You add on the weight cut, you add on the staff infections, you add on my coaches, and it was a lot going on. But I feel like situations like that have propelled me to get to where I'm going to. Those traumatic events like that, I've healed from, and I'm only going to grow from in this perspective.
Talking to Kevin Lee, he's going to be taking on Diego Sanchez for Eagle FC coming up on March 11th. You guys can watch it on the FlexCast app. I can't wait until hopefully you guys expand a little bit more, let tons of people in to come see you guys in Miami. That'd be really cool. But I know it's got I like that place. It's got like a VIP kind of lounge kind of feel to it. I'm sure they'll get big stars there to come watch you, which will be really cool as well. You're a crypto guy. Like this is I see you got the avatar thing. Like what? I'm not. I don't get it. Kevin Lee, sell me on crypto. Like what got you into this? Why do you like this?
I'm in on it, especially with the direction my life is going. I feel like we're going away from the big corporations and all this stuff. So when you talk about crypto and decentralizing money, because really that's what it is. Some people look at it as, oh, it's a way to make money or something, like, oh, I'm going to take my money in there, flip it, and then get it out. You can do that. There are people that do that, that day trade and all that. But at the end of the day, it's another form of currency. It's like buying gold. It's like buying whatever. It's only as valuable as other people say that it is. But if we all buy into it, then we can all just decentralize this money. If I send you money, it's going straight from me to you. That's it. Everybody can see it. Everybody knows what's going on. We can take the hands out of these politicians and out of these big banks and all these big corporations where they're really making decisions. It's about putting the power back into our hands, really. So I'm all in on it. I want to see where this goes.
Very cool, man. Listen, we can't wait to see you fight. It's going to be a hell of a show coming up March 11th. Eagle FC. You guys will see Kevin Levy taking on Diego Sanchez. He gets to fight a legend, gets to be a big showcase finally in the weight class that you've always wanted. You got any final words from Miami, man? Anything else you want to let the people know about before you get down on March 11th?
Yeah, they just going to tune in. Tune in. I'm a new resident here. You know, my next 4 fights all going to be in Miami, and they just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I can't wait till we start letting the people back in. Like you said, this is a VIP kind of environment, but I'm going to entertain everybody in that building. It's going to be a good night. I'm going to give them something to feel. I'm going to give them something to go home and feel one way or another, however they're going to feel. It's a bunch of Russians in the building, so they going they
don't smile.
They scary, but I'm scarier, you know? Like, I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't never been scared of nothing. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put on a show for them. And
I don't have the skills of you, though, man. When they give you that just scowl and the windbreaker, they're all dressed in like a uniform.
Yeah, you ain't lying, especially when it's 5, 6 of them. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. People can do stuff to you, you know what I mean? And people don't even fight like that these days. So I make sure I'm going to choose my words carefully. But at the end of the day, it's about the actions that's going to speak louder. And once I put Diego on his ass in March, I'm going to gain a whole lot more of their respect. And then once they wrap that title around me, and I'll have Khabib wrap the title around me, the people that a lot of people consider him the greatest lightweight of all time, and he's going to wrap a super lightweight title around me. So this is going to be iconic moments.
Thanks for the time, man. Welcome to South Florida, Kevin Lee.
Thank you. Appreciate it.